Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey everybody, old Captain here, and I got a video request, and if you have a video request, you can always go to I'm not Captain, that's my blog. You can go there too, I won't mind. But go to assholeconsulting.com and send your questions there, and break out your wallet, boys and girls, because this genius don't come free. Hey Captain, I'm a 26-year-old male living in one of the best metropolitan areas in the country for a single guy. Since I moved here 2.5 years ago, my dating life has steadily increased as I have aged. My face has matured, and through vigorous working out, I have a V-shaped frame that would make the cartoon Batman envious. Like 90's cartoon Batman or modern day cartoon Batman? Justice League Unlimited? No. Chris Betchloff would appreciate those questions. I'm trying to be nerdy, but failing miserably. When I first moved here, I was having some trouble getting the ball rolling female-wise, as the girls were my age were going through their young professional, you only live once, little girl, big city Anne Hathaway phase. And the women older than me didn't take me seriously since I had a real job for all of 2 months. However, now that I'm approaching my late 20s, both the women my age and slightly older have been taking me more seriously from a relationship standpoint, and as a result, my options have shot up. I have even an older woman offered to take me out to dinner. Good, take advantage of her. I can only imagine this will increase as I get older, provided I maintain employment and stay in shape. My question to you is, how would you compare dating in your 20s versus your 30s? From what I can tell, women in their late 20s, early 30s are much more interesting to talk about and seem like actual candidates to potentially settle down with than the younger ones. But I'm also worried about cashing my chips out too soon, even if the right girl comes along. Is there an eventual point in a man's life where waiting becomes wasted time, or am I being an idiot for even considering anything other than my bachelor lifestyle right now? Great question. Here's the deal. Is there a difference dating in your 20s and your 30s? Yes. In your 30s, it gets easier simply because you're gaining more wisdom. You're probably getting more occupied. Things unconscious happening, like, oh no, I'm busy. I got to work. Like, your career starts to take off and all this other stuff, which makes you less available to the women, which by default helps you. You unknowingly become more conversant, more charming, more charismatic, even with choosing your vocabulary. Again, you're on the upswing there. You're getting out. You're getting escape velocity from orbit, or the gravitational pull of the Earth. We're also now, like, you're not just some dopey, horny 23-year-old kid. Now you're starting to become a man. You got your shit together. You rip. Things are going on. And girls are starting to notice you. So in your 30s, it does get easier. The drama and the bullshit also goes away. Like, once I hit 30, no girl ever threw a temper tantrum with me ever again. That shit went away. And you're just like, no, I'm not dealing with that. You're not a horny 18-year-old anymore. And ironically, the less you try, the less, like, kind of like, meh, the better you do. So, yeah. And you are right. Your observation about women is right. The women are maturing, maybe not quite yet to marriage material or long-term relationship material, but yeah, you're going to get flaked out on less, there's less drama, there's less bullshit. These girls are starting to have the reality, like now, I mean, if you're 28, 29, you're a girl, you don't have no daddy support. They've been living on their own for about 2 years now without government support and daddy support, and if they're not, they're still in school, there's something wrong with them, and you're going to run into like a government harlot, feminist, professor studies type person, but you'll be able to identify that pretty easily. Now, the other question, though, you ask is very interesting, where you're worried about cashing in your chips too soon, and this is a very important question for guys. Because, let's just face it, you want to nail as much girls play as you can get. And there's always like, is this the best one? Is this the best one? Is this the best one? Do I really want to settle down? The best advice I ever got from my dad, but it really never presented itself, was don't marry a girl you can live with, marry one you can't live without. Well, that's going to take a lot of dating. And as you know, I said, is 1 in 100 out of the 300 plus girls I've dated, there were only 3 that were marriage material. And so you got to go out there, and it's got to be compelling. Like, you got to be like, oh my God, like, another way you could tell is, like, you really don't care if you sleep with any other women. Again, very rare. But that girl would be so amazing and so wonderful. And it happens, but it's insanely rare. Now, what you gotta worry about is looks like you're firing on all cylinders. Looks like you could just walk into a club, get any girl you want. What you gotta worry about is passing up on that girl that would make your life a lot better. And I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack from the players in the pickup artist community, and the MGTOWs and the Virgin Towels and all these other groups. I'm just saying my own personal opinion, because I was there and I fucked it up. I thought, here I was, 28, banking, making lots of money. I was teaching ballroom dance, and I'm like, oh, wait, man, there's this nice girl over here. Why the fuck would I settle down with her? I could do better than her. And you know what? You can't. You got to date a lot. You think you're just having bad luck, and you got to realize just how shitty the quality of women is out there right now. And it's the same for men. I just don't date men. All right? Feminism has ruined both men and women for everybody, and there is nothing but a ton of spectacular 20-somethings out there, and even 30-somethings. So if you find that girl who all of a sudden, stays in shape, is going to do what you want sexually, dotes on you, has that look, cooks for you, rolls her eyes when you say something stupid, lets you do what you want, and you enjoy her company, boy, that's pretty rare. And you know what? I recently concluded this in talking with a couple of my older friends. Men do burn out, and you will lose the energy to go out and hit on girls, go online, whatever it is, however you meet girls. You'll just burn out. And and then it's hard, because by the time you're about, I'd say 35, 36, 37, whatever good quality women were out there, they've been picked off already and guys have proposed to them. So if I know this goes against all conventional women, if you find a really good quality girl and you're like, holy shit, this is amazing, marry that girl, okay? And it should be to the point you're not even worried about a prenup or all this manosphere talk and all that, which I should call it talk because it is legitimate. A lot of guys get divorced anyway. You want to make darn sure, but if you are darn sure, don't let the fact, well, I'm only 28 or I'm only 29 and boy, I'm still ripped, and man, you get better with scotch, and I saw this guy who was 38 and he's nailing chicks that are 22. That partying and bullshit gets over. And here's the other thing. The older you get, that doesn't mean you're going to be you're going to be attracted to older women. You won't be. You'll still be attracted to these 25-year-old girls. And they don't mature. They stay the same maturity. You get wiser, and not to mention you get more occupied with your friends and your own life, that tolerating their stupid bullshit. I just had a client, the one right before this one. He's 45. He's in great shape. He's getting girls regularly between 27 and 33. He can't find one girl that doesn't want to give up the fucking party life, no matter how stupid that is. With the flirtinians and go to the same club, listen to the same music. So, I don't know, man. If you find one, okay, that's the key thing. If you find one that meets all those wonderful requirements, absolutely, go ahead and marry her. But don't just say, well, don't play the other side, like where you're too afraid. Well, this girl will do. She'll suffice. No. This is, you got to be like, I can't deal without having this one here. And it will become apparent. If you're wondering, I don't know, no. But if you're like compelled, yeah, close the deal. And you know what? Yeah, I won't lie to you. Like, I've been dating the same girl for, almost a decade now. Could I have slayed a lot more? Yes, absolutely. I could have done, because the 30s are great. Like, you get so much wiser. And it's not to mention with all the internet and the wisdom that has been gained over the past 10 years. It's fish in a barrel. It's just cute because you can see him coming a mile away. Like, I remember I fell for that when I was 18. Won't work here. Bing! Try again, dear. And like, oh my God, can I suck your penis? Yes, you may. And it's like that. Sometimes it is. Fuck with the equipment again. Anyway, just make sure, don't freak out like, oh, I might not find better. Can you live without her? Yes, that's not the one. No, there you go. And again, you're not missing out. Like, if you were to marry now, yeah, you'd miss out another 6 years of pretty cool shit. But it's worth it. I mean, dating gets tiring. So even Roosh was talking about how he's kind of like, fuck, I am, he'd had a video out. I don't want to quote him specifically, but he's just like, I'm tired of this shit. I wasted a lot of time at bars and nightclubs. And I got laid a lot of times. But it gets tiring, man. I mean, I stay at home now. Like, I don't go out. Like, you could have hot girls And say, hey, do you want to go dance? And I was like, no, I really don't. No, I don't really want to. I want to stay here. I want to watch Sherlock. I want my girlfriend to make me coffee. That's what I want. And you know what? That's the way you've been programmed. That's the way your body's designed. So you go have your fun. You know, get your dick wet as in many different wells as possible. Absolutely, you go knock it out. But there'll become that one girl, and you'll be like, oh shit. And she will also be like, oh shit about you. Like, it won't be like you pining for her, and she's like, no, don't beg. It just, you two will meet, and it'll be just like, you want to fuck? Here's another way you can tell the girl likes you. She wants to have sex with you. Like, and there's no strings attached. She is, like, all for having no strings attached sex. She just wants to fuck you. That's right. Without having any kind of compensation. You know, like, well, you should take me out for dinner. Well, and I dressed up like that. The girl just, like, it's happened a couple times where I've knocked on the girlfriend's door, open, and then all of a sudden that girl, the other girl, you know, a couple of girls, they'd be in lingerie. It's like, you qualify to the next level. And it's kind of stuff like that. So if they can't keep their hands off of you and vice versa, that's another good sign. Anyway, you sounds like you're doing good. You know, I'm giving an optimistic spin. Look out for the gold diggers. Look out for the girls who are going to sperm jack you. You got to keep a very keen eye for that. But do not rule out settling down with a girl. And, you know, you can wait. Men have that advantage. I'm just saying the older you get, the greater that maturity gap is going to be. And those girls just become fucking insufferable. They're painful. So, anyway, best of luck. Toodles.